in East Africa, in Nairobi, where we came from, girls were encouraged to be educated. They were expected to do O levels and A levels and get a degree and become something in life and get yourself a good husband and get yourself a better standard of living. I understand in the Indian subcontinent, things may not have been the same. I understand that you have this system where still prevalent is female infanticide. That when they know it's a girl, they try and abort the pregnancy. We have to understand that that's wrong as a society. And it's not a burden to have a girl. These are all customs. We have, there's going to be a dowry. I know in India there's legislation that forbids there to be a dowry, but everybody knows that that still takes place. We as a society need to take charge of that. We as a society should be saying, I don't want anything for my son apart from your daughter's hand in marriage. We should be refusing all these customs because they have no place in society, because if the net effect is that even one female child is murdered, then to me it is something which should be stamped out. And I, as a parent, have a duty towards that. You, as an individual, have a duty towards that, to stand up, to say that as a female, I refuse for this to happen, because it's wrong. And I think you have to have a critical mass. Once one person says it, it could be ignored. If two people say it, people start thinking. But if there's this critical mass that the masses, then there's a wave of thinking that shows to people that the way that they've been thinking has been wrong. And I go back to what Baisabji says to us. You must always question what you do and why you do it. And just to give an example, which is not pertinent to this question, but is analogous. When we go to a wedding, and after the Ragi Singh Vyah ho gaya Pavla, everybody in the congregation stands up and goes and puts some money in front of the Ragi. And as a matter of principle, I have never done that. I have never done that because my father has never done that. And I've always asked my father why he hasn't done that, because we're the only people in this wedding hall who have not got up. And everybody asks him, why aren't you getting up? Aren't you going to give that money? My answer to people nowadays is, what is the most important being in this hall? A lot of people say the bride and groom, a lot of people say this. I said, no, to me is the Guru Granth Sahib. And I asked them, I ask you to ask your conscience. When you gave the Ragi, how much money did you give him? It's normally £5. And I ask you the question, and ask your conscience, how much money did you matha take with to put into the Guru's Golak as part of the requirement of your Daswand? And normally, it's normally the smallest coin in their pocket. And to me, I say, if you have done that, that is hypocrisy at its highest, because you are doing things for show. You are not doing things for the right reason. But I ask people, why do people actually go and give the Ragi money anyway? Do you understand why people do that? And to my amazement, a lot of people don't even understand why they do that, but they just do it because it's always been done. And I have to explain to them that the reason that they used to do it when there was a need is because there was a financial burden on the bride's family, because the wedding takes place, the barat goes to the bride's pind or to the village or to the town or wherever she lives, and it is the responsibility of the bride's family to arrange the gurdwara, breakfast, lunch, or the ragijata, the gyani, and the sagan that's given by the congregation is payment towards the cost of the ragijata. But that doesn't happen in society nowadays, because a lot of them, not in Guru Nanak Nishkam Sevak Jatha, because they don't take any money anyway. But in other gurdwaras, you go to a gurdwara and there's a fee for a wedding, and that includes payment for the ragijata. And so people now have carried on that tradition, which is meaningless, which echoes the reason why they don't want girls, because it costs them, because there's a cost element. So do things, but understand why you do them. Understand things which are wrong because they are wrong. And if they are wrong, you as an individual have a moral duty to change them.